Okay, we are live. Let me turn off the music in Roblox real quick. Volume all the way down. Okay. So, me and Christian just watched the Heroes Rising movie, My Hero. This is my second time watching it all the way through. This is Christian's first time. Um, we're gonna be debating it, how we feel about it compared to Dragon Ball Super Broly. Christian, your audio's in?
Yes, it is. What's good, guys? Okay.
Okay, I had to document this one. This
All
one
right,
has to go into the
Marcel,
channel.
you can start the little debate. You can start it.
Okay. So I will be debating that the My Hero movie, Heroes Rising, was better than Dragon Ball Super Broly. This was a very hard decision. At first, I said the Broly movie was better, like a couple of weeks ago, but then like after like actual like intense thought, I had to actually deeply think about this inside of my heart, in my mind. Heroes Rising was better to me, and that all it means, that does not mean Dragon Ball Super movie was, it decreases in value or anything. That movie is still was. You should have seen me when I was in the theater. Christian saw it. We were going crazy.
Yes, we were going crazy. Oh man.
But I'm defending that. And Christian, your stance?
I will be defending Super Broly because I love this movie. I literally love
I'll
this
be
movie.
having random Roblox gameplay in the background. I couldn't think of a game.
Ignore the
It was like
gameplay. Just
Roblox
listen
is
to
like,
us.
I
Just
don't
listen
know.
to us.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay, Christian, you go.
All right.
God, there's
All right. Me, I give the Broly movie a 9.5 out of 10. There's some problems with it, but overall, it's incredible. I could find the problems with their annoying problems, but I feel like the good stuff, like easily outweighs the bad stuff. One, the animation, all the way through the entire movie, is amazing. I don't think there's a single part of bad animation except for maybe when they were in the dimension, but that wasn't even that bad.
so you agree with me with that?
Yes, I agree with you on that. But the My Hero movie, like the animation was great, but it's not on the level of this. Aside from the last scene with Midoriya and Bakugo, the animation was clean. All right, Marcel, you
So
can your stance on
animation
animation.
wise, so yes, I'll say this for all throughout the Broly movie, the animation was top tier throughout the entire fight, starting from Vegeta and Broly all the way to Gogeta and Broly. The only time I didn't like, if wasn't a fan of the animation too much, was just when they were in the dimension and they popped blue and then Broly went fly. I thought it looked a little weird, but they didn't. They were only there for like a minute, so it was not that big a deal. But everything was just so clean. The My Hero movie, the animation's not bad at any part, but it's just not. It's not. This is amazing. The Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, I'll give them that. It's always. It was always amazing in that part.
Oh, go ahead.
At worst, though, at worst, that's the thing. At worst, the Broly movie was amazing animation at its worst. But at its worst in My Hero, it was, this is good.
It was good. I'm not
It
saying it
was
was
never
bad. It just
at
it
its
wasn't
worst.
on this level.
When you get to the final scene, though, then it's just like, hey, yo, what were they doing in the theater? They were going a little too hard. A little too hard. So
Okay.
that's why for animation, I give it to Broly. Definitely.
So for me, I'll give a Broly animation a 10 out of 10. For My Hero, I'll give it a
My Hero, lowest I'd
9.
give it is like an 8.5.
9 or
That's the lowest I
8.5.
would give it.
1, 2. I'll probably a 9. I'll give it a 9. It's because I do like the My Hero movie. It's very, very good. All right.
Now,
Or so you can start the next point.
okay, a stance that I had that was a big deal to me, right? We got to see. I know Dragon Ball does not have a giant array of characters that they could have used throughout the entire movie. That would have been relevant to fight Broly, right? But in My Hero, you would think that too. Obviously, we're talking spoilers, guys. So nines, right? Nines. We're gonna see. You would think, bro. The class has no chance against these guys. Bakugo and Midoriya pretty much lost the first time they fought him. They did lose, but
They did lose.
what's the rest of the class gonna do? They're not gonna do anything. Nah, bro. They came in clutch. Their plan was they had a plan. Their plan. Someone is watching. Their plan was to stall out.
to separate them, and so they can take them
Yeah,
on individually.
separate. That worked.
That worked. That
Individually,
was
bro,
very
they had
smart.
a plan. They had a plan, and they went down with it. They worked together. People like Mineta out here. Cyril had moments, bro. There are Cyril
Tape
fans,
boy.
and
Tape
he was doing stuff, bro. You know what? I just can't imagine it. Like your quirk is tape. Your quirk is tape out of your elbows. Even worse, it's out of your elbows. And he's out here. He went in Nine's face, bro. You're a savage. I couldn't help
I
but
give him
give
that.
that
That
man
was cool.
respect.
I give
The
him
only
respect for
thing
that.
I remember about Cyril from the show is getting memed by Todoroki,
Todoroki?
which wasn't even his fault. And look at him. You've proven that he could put in work. Mineta out here, he was doing stuff, bro. Like, he was doing stuff. And it's also so stuff towards the story. Yes, the beginning could be kind of boring because it's just them traveling around the island, right? But it just shows like, okay, look, they're not professional. They have their licenses now. This is just like a training course for them. They get to go out here and act like mini heroes in this little island where they thought nothing was gonna happen. They're just gonna go around and do some help around the civilians with basic work and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, look at them. They're up there. You remember these guys were trying to get into the school. Now look at them. They're doing big things now. And and then when they had the plan, they split them up. You have people like Uraka breaking her neck out here, throwing these rocks at Nines, trying to get him to use his quirks as much as possible so that he can get drained. And it was working. Technically, their plan worked. He just had backup Bane steroids in his back that they didn't know about. So that's why it resulted towards that. But yeah, it's just the fact that they had. I see. I'm just talking so much. I forgot my whole main point. They had that.
Every character had their
that
moment.
teamwork. You got to see them work and do their teamwork. But when it comes to Broly, yeah, it's just Goku and Vegeta. So it's not like I expect. It's not like I expected Tien and Gohan to do something in the movie. That's not my point. That'd be irrational. It's just the fact that it's just like you get to see more out of more people than just Goku and Vegeta and Broly. Even though you don't have, most people don't have an attachment to more than half the class at 1A. Like, we don't really care about half of them, but they did give them respect. Okay, Christian, start talking.
All right. That's like a main problem with Dragon Ball is that the side characters don't really do much aside from like the tournament of power. That's just a problem with Dragon Ball entirely. But I can't really blame the movie for that, and you know why? Because
yeah, that's more of an anime debate and not.
It's not really a movie debate. So that's just I give My Hero all that because that My Hero movie. I don't think even Sugar Boy had his own moments. Who
But
cares
then again,
about
I
that
see. I
movie?
watched it twice. I don't really think Invisible Girl did anything. Like, to be honest, she didn't do it. But I mean, come on.
Do you expect her to do something? Agakuri? Don't know. I don't know how I remember her name. Agakuri. All right.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's Marcel's. I give him 100% credit for that. That is 100. That is a great point because.
Yeah, because going into it, I definitely did not. Because when they were doing that plan, I definitely did not. Because I told you that all the characters did stuff. I kind of regret saying that now. But because going into the movie, I was not expecting them to do anything. You know, I was just thought, okay, Todoroki, Bakugo, Midoriya about to get a movie, bro. Like, they out here. But everyone put in work.
All right.
Okay. Back up.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the Broly is just Goku and Vegeta and Broly. Frieza did fight for like 5 minutes, you know, in their time was an hour, but he was just getting destroyed. Oh, and Gogeta. So aside from, like, if you took out Goku or Vegeta, then the movie's nothing. The movie would be horrible if they didn't do that. So the thing with the My Hero movie, like, perfect in terms of teamwork, because the gap is a lot closer on those types of characters. Like, the gap isn't as extreme as the Vegeta versus Gohan gap or those types of gaps. Like, the gap between Todoroki and Ida isn't as big as the Vegeta versus Gohan gap. Like, it's not that big. They could at least put Gohan in the movie. They could at least put him somewhere in here.
I don't see what they could have done. At all.
I don't know. They put Piccolo in the movie.
Unless they just... Nah, you know, I was going to say unless they did Frieza minions again, but then, like, that Resurrection F already did that. So it would kind of be repetitive if they just... Frieza said, okay, minions, go do stuff. And then they had to defend. I mean, they could have did that, but then I guess, then again, that's just like, okay, bro, we already did this. You know, like,
All right. That goes that point. My hero gets the point on that. Next point is the plot. Um, I mean, My Hero is the most recent one, so you can defend it in terms of the plot.
okay, well, if we're going based off plot and realism and stuff like that, okay, like they're both. I feel like for both cases they're kind of wonky, because you could say like, okay, you can see Bakugo getting the one for all at two different ways. You can go, yo, that was crazy. I never even thought of that. That was really cool to see. Or you could think of it as, what? That's mad fake, bro. What is, he touched his hand and he got the one for all? That's not even how it works. So how do you transfer it like that? How is Midoriya still using it after he you get my point?
Yeah,
You could-
I
you could
didn't
have
understand that, but it's okay.
you
Keep
can
going.
have that perspective with it. But I feel like saying that it's not canon is like a way to back it up is like, is that like even justifiable? Because I feel like that was the whole point. Because like the movie wasn't canon, then this would be a whole mess. Was the fact that it's a not canon movie, so that they're just giving us a story that we just go along with, and it's like, yeah, they're having fun with the story, but like I've never once in my brain ever thought of Bakugo having the all for one.
Neither
ever.
did I. Neither
Like,
did I.
yeah.
I give it to that.
So-
That was a huge surprise. I
Yeah,
mean, okay.
for plot and stuff. And see, I feel like that was kind of realistic. Like, only part that's not realistic is not having one pro hero with them. Like,
Yeah, I
that
didn't
was
understand
crazy.
that. Like, where was Endeavor? Where was
not
Hawk? I mean,
one?
Hawks was there, but
I would see not having Endeavor. He's number one right now. Like you saw him at the beginning. He was fighting those guys, and like they need him there.
so
But, like,
get
not
somebody. I don't
one
know.
pro hero to sit there with them. I feel like that was the only part that was probably like a plot hole. I would say, like not having a single.
I mean,
pro
Hawks
hero
was there, but he didn't really fight. He was just there.
He was all the way off on the island. They had the, what was he, 6 hours away?
I have no idea what that meant. How far
They
that
said
was.
6 hours. I saw they said 6 hours. I think that meant like 6 hours of civilization or something. But yeah, I feel like the plot would kind of made sense. Only thing, like they're off on like this summer. I don't think it's summer. I'm not gonna jack it with summer. Was it like a little mini mission? No one thought it was anything. They're just gonna sit here and be mini heroes, neighborhood Spider-Mans to this little community.
For Spider-Man.
But my thing with the Broly movie is, here's my biggest reason why I feel like it was easier for me to pick between Broly and My Hero. It was the fact that in the My Hero movie, or what in the theaters, watching Broly, I've told Christian this before, as I'm hyped, like, yo, this is crazy, I can't believe I'm watching this. I'm thinking too, like, I was nitpicking. I don't know if if that was like Vegeta.
It's 'cause he's a
'Cause
Broly fan.
You know,
He's a
because I'm
Broly
like,
fan.
okay, Vegeta. That's the next one. But it's like Vegeta God form and Goku. I'm like, okay, Goku, go straight in the God form. Let me play around with him base and Super Saiyan. After seeing Vegeta struggling in God, I was just like, what? That kind of bothered me real quick. The Gallic Gun Kamehameha part, that kind of bothered me. The Bully Ball, that bothered me. Like, because in the because I'm when I'm saying that, it's like in the theater. It was not like after the fact it got me. It was in my mind. I was like, wait, that was the whole Bully Ball. I remember looking at that in the trailer. That was it. It's just gone. And the Gallic Kamehameha, I remember seeing that in the trailer. Oh, they're about to do it, and then oh, that's it. That's just what I saw. In the My Hero movie, though, it had the opposite reaction. My point was, I've never been seeing like a movie like that before, and it's just like I thought multiple times, oh, he's done. Now they're gonna beat Nines right here, but no, and they did something else, and they're like, oh, is he done here? No, they did something else after that, but that's what I got, and I didn't have a nitpicking like, yo, wait, why did that happen? That probably only happened when Todoroki was on screen. I'm just like, bro, freeze this man, because you know I'm bothered with Todoroki and him getting shafted. They want to show him broken. Keep him broken. Don't pretend he can't do anything.
Because in my opinion, I mean, I am a Todoroki fan, so it might be a little biased, but in my opinion, I think he's stronger than both Midoriya and Bakugo at full power. I think Todoroki is stronger than both of them, but they nerfed him just because he's overpowered. Okay.
Yeah, they showed him do too much. But yeah, that nitpicking stuff with the Gala coming behind the Broly ball, all that stuff, right? Him fighting Broly, and then lastly, um, not seeing Gogeta have like Gogeta was trying. Obviously, he would not be breaking his neck doing all those crazy flashy bull crap. So he was definitely trying. It's just the fact that we didn't get to see Broly do anything. And I don't know if it's because I'm a Broly because Christian's thing was yeah, but Broly was doing stuff before they fused. Yes, he was memeing them completely, right?
God,
It was
Goku.
just like it was just like okay now okay Gogeta's here now this is the pinnacle of the fight. This is the climax, and it's just a Gogeta show off moment. It's a Gogeta talent show, and Broly was just a test dummy to see Gogeta just saying let's see what I can do because I haven't been here since Super Saiyan was a thing. So let me see what I can do in blue. And so it's just I didn't like that, but I guess that's the thing. And then even as a Broly fan, this is my last point before I give it to you. Even as a Broly fan, right? I was so hyped that out of all the movies they're remaking, it's gonna be Broly. Of course I'm hyped. I like his design and they did good. But even as a Broly fan, like seeing Goku and Vegeta throughout, even Ball, Z, and even Super, all the work and training they've done just for this guy to come out of nowhere and just like make it all irrelevant. I can't like I know they didn't have a way to give Broly
almost all.
I mean, because you could say because he's legendary. I mean, I get like Moro. I guess I feel like Moro is more.
Moro's a god.
The thing
Moro's
with
a god.
Broly is saying he's legendary Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
You're like, okay, that worked. Like that worked. That's more believable during the Z Broly, because you know they just had Super Saiyan back then. Like, okay, Super Saiyan was hard to get and all that stuff, but like, okay, he got it. Okay, that's fine, right? But to be able to surpass Blue, where they've been training for years with a literal god and an angel, and this guy is stronger than that. That's a little. What the heck, man? But you know, it's all for the because you know, like, what else could they do? Because if they wasn't, then there would be no Gogeta and all that. But that's yeah, that's what I would say. Okay.
All right. Sure. Okay. Well, most of Marcel's points are correct. I'm gonna address the rest of the leaders. So, my thing is like this movie, since it's canon. I know it's gonna be kind of a weird thing because My Hero's not canon, but since this movie is canon, it has more significance to the story than My Hero. So if you take out the My Hero movie completely, the story's the same.
You have that. Nothing happens. Yeah.
Nothing happens if you take out the My Hero. If you take out the Broly movie, like things wouldn't we wouldn't know Bardock was a good guy. We wouldn't know.
So far, they kind of. I mean, wait. Okay, I actually don't know this, but since they said that this is canon, right? Does that because they kind of changed Goku's age and all that, and like Bardock. Does that mean the Bardock from Z is non-existent? Like that special? That's all fake.
No,
so we
don't
believe that anymore because they're not really good guys.
I mean, the Bardock. I'm pretty sure it's just they just updated it. So I guess the Bardock. I guess it was just outdated. So they updated the Bardock, like the Bardock actual figure and character.
I guess yeah, that's the permanent one. I guess.
And we get to see like Broly's backstory. Broly actually had a backstory, which I respect that. Did we learn? I mean, did we learn much about Nine's backstory aside from him having 8 quirks?
No, he was made by that Dr. Robotnik guy. From what I've seen,
Oh,
he
that's
was
the
made by the
Dr.
Dr.
Eggman
Robotnik
boy?
guy. He's pretty much like a Mewtwo. He's built to have multiple quirks, and his goal was just he was destroying stuff. You're like, what is his goal? What did he gain from that? He wants to make a perfect society, you know, standard villain stuff, I guess. So nothing really over Broly. Broly was just being controlled and whatnot. But but Nines, I couldn't say they had a. You know, it's just standard villain stuff. He just wants to make a new world where only strong people are valid.
Bootleg pain. I'll stop with the Naruto. Okay. So we get a whole brand new character in Broly, who was literally, I think, Japan's favorite character in Dragon Ball.
What we'll give is added to the Z Fighters quotation
the
marks.
Z Fighters.
He's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure he is.
Maybe if we don't see him in this Moro arc, which it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like they're leading towards Broly. So
You don't know. Maybe they'll
I
do
thought
it.
we'd see him. It might be
That's
too quick to bring
it.
him in, but from where it looks like, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be in here.
Yeah, he's
But
following the
we might
manga.
see
I'm
Broly
not.
again.
He's following the manga. I'm not. Let's keep that clear. Make sure my audio is in. It'd be kind of stupid if it wasn't. Okay, it is. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay, it's in. Okay, so the like mini slice of life in the Broly movie, it didn't really. It was just nice to see Goku do the sparring and then talking to Whis about, hey, the tournament of power, get even more stronger. I think the slice of life in My Hero was way cooler, just because it was nice to see all the kids working and helping the people out. Okay, and okay, the plot overall in the Broly movie is just Paragus wanting revenge for King Vegeta banishing his son to planet Vampa to die. He basically sent him to his death because there was no way Broly was gonna survive that. Somehow he did. So basically the plot in the My Hero movie is just 9 make a perfect world. If he gets his kids' cells, he can regenerate and basically be unstoppable. I give it to My Hero. They did a great job defending that kid. I don't know how that kid did not get killed in the explosion. I don't know how that he did not get killed.
Yeah, they were kind of mad close.
I'll address that in another point. Let's stick to the plot. Overall, I give the plot of Broly like an 8.5. I'll give the plot of My Hero like also an 8.5. I think they both get. None of them is either like great, but it's not bad. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. Now here's the part that might stray away from Christian. Christian will not have this perspective. But this type of stuff I'm very passionate about, right? So it's like I'm thinking every time I've seen these characters, I'm thinking of what we've seen them do in the show so far and all that stuff. And yes, according to like history and backstory, we've seen more from Goku and Vegeta. Like you literally see Goku as a kid. Midoriya's still a kid. He's still a kid. Like so, we've seen Goku been through a lot and stuff, but it just felt. Christian brought up a good word for it. It was the tension. Like you really felt like, bro, there's no hope for these guys, bro. Like, what did they really? Because I had no idea they were gonna resort to sharing the one for all. But
I give it to that.
We did know that Gogeta was gonna go Gogeta, and then there was no like, okay, yo, they're gonna get bopped, but we knew that they were gonna fuse, and they kind of just like, yo, we're getting slapped out there, Vegeta. Like, okay, let's fuse. I was like, yeah, but there's the tension, bro. They were getting beat up. Their plan didn't work. The backup steroids, and it's just like, bro, I really felt that. Bro. When they were working together, bro. Like that's one of the best duos in anime. Like, come on, man. So I kind of drag it when it comes to that emotion and stuff. But that's what really got it for me. I wasn't in the Broly movie. It was pure hype, but in My Hero, it was pure hype and passion, bro.
This man was crying in the theater.
Really
I wasn't
want
there,
these
but this man
guys
was
to
crying
win
in the theater in My Hero movie.
That's what I do. I don't. It's just that emotional to me.
I mean, that's just
that
personal
sounds.
preference. Because I know you love Midoriya so much. You literally, you love this kid so much. So that when you see him do stuff like that, it emotionally affects you. I mean,
Definitely.
me, I love Midoriya, but he's not top 10 anime. Oh, he is top 10 anime character. He's not top 5 anime characters in my list. So I see him do that. Okay, yeah, let's go. It's really cool. But I wasn't crying at the moment. I wasn't crying at the moment like Marcel was. I was very hype. I'm not gonna lie. It was insane what these two kids, these 15-year-old kids, are doing to this grown man.
Beating up some kids, bro. How you feel?
Like, that's the My Hero thing. They're just kids fighting grown men.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, Aldel would agree with this because we were all into like the kids doing stuff. They are freaking kids. Broly and Goku and them, they're all grown men. I don't know how it is, but Broly is like 40 something.
He's like 40.
You don't look at it in his base form. You don't look at it.
Like, but 30.
Yeah, and then seeing the kids do it, fighting like adults, they have that kid factor. That's definitely something that adds to it for me. Any other points?
let me think. The problems. I saw, lady. Like the problems with each movie. So I'll start. Okay. The problems I have with My Hero movie. Um, since it's not canon, they I don't know why they did this. I know
I
Marcel
feel
would be
like I'm the only
against
one
it.
who is happy that it's not canon.
Like if it was canon and the same thing happened, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if it was not, since it's not canon, Midoriya should have lost his quirk. I know Marcel does not agree with me on that. It would have just felt like something actually happened to this.
I would be so tight.
This man
Yo,
would be
let's
upset.
go.
But
Keep
I
going.
just feel like for the entirety of the My Hero fan base, we would feel more impactful if Midoriya lost his quirk in that fight. But since he didn't, it didn't really. The fight was just all flash. It didn't really have any significance to it.
Yeah, it's like
No, no.
you take it out and nothing happens.
Like in the Broly fight, we get a new ally. We find out new Frieza's new freaking henchmen, people like that. We find out that Broly's living on a new planet. Blah 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 blah. And the My Hero
Right,
movie.
Chile limo or thing now.
Uh-huh. And the My Hero movie, the beginning was kind of slow, but that's most movies. Even the Broly movie, I can't lie. The Broly movie wasn't exciting in the beginning, but it was just like a historical thing. Um, I know Marcel loves a slice of life. I do too, but if they took that out, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I think what other problems do I have
That's
with the
it?
My Hero movie? I think that's it. In the Broly movie, okay, the problems I had, um, what problems I had? I know, okay, I don't really have that many problems aside from Broly and Gogeta going blue and full power. That's like the only problem I really have. That's like the only problem I really have.
I don't know why they made the strongest transformations. They did it the weakest. It's like they used all their money doing the previous transformation. Like, oh snap, we forgot blue. We
I mean,
forgot blue in the full power.
I mean, in terms of like actually in the fight, it makes sense that they do it quickly and not stall it. Except Dragon Ball is known for stalling out the transformations. But in terms of the fight, it makes sense. But in terms of like a movie sense, it doesn't really make that much sense. But they slowed it down. But yeah, that's really all the problems I had with the My Hero movie and the Broly movie. I'm trying to think, are there any problems I had with this movie? Not really. That's all I could find. Oh, I saw you go right ahead. I know you have a lot of problems with this Broly movie.
Yeah, I've said most of the problems I have with the Broly movie, just like the scaling, thinking the overall scaling of seeing Goku, Vegeta, and them, and then Broly comes slaps them, proving that all their training. I'm saying if I was Vegeta, I'd be after that movie, like, and I go to bed, right? I'm back at Capsule Corp thinking about the day. It's just like I would really feel like I wasted my life, like, I all the stress and training they do, bro. Like, I always think about this when they're in the hyperbolic time chamber, but can you imagine being in a right room for years and
Years?
you're just sitting there training, bro? Like,
I mean,
that's literal.
that's better
That's
than Kalen Khalifa. It's better than Kalen
that's
Khalifa.
that's crazy dedication, and that just takes a lot. That takes mental. I believe that takes mental training too, to
I know.
be
I
able
know.
to do
Kid
that and not
Goku.
be
Kid
like, let me get the
Goku
heck out of here.
couldn't take it. I remember that. Kid Goku couldn't handle it, so he took out.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, and then this guy comes out of nowhere and just proves that he makes you look stupid, like you did, like you're a Saiyaman compared to them. I did, but again, there's no way to really put villains up against Goku and Vegeta anymore
Vegeta.
without having something like that. Either
Look
they
at
were
Jiren.
born 5,000 years ago, or they're just insta broken like that. That's the only thing they can make up against these guys. So there's that. The speed up transformations of Blue and Full Power. Because if I could take it back, I would take back I would take back the good animations of Blue Goku, God Vegeta, all that stuff, and I'd put it into to that part.
Okay, I would not
That
do
was
that.
the part that was supposed to be. That was. I'd rather see that as the hypest transformation than Goku going blue, which we saw for like 5 minutes.
I just okay.
But,
If they switched Gogeta's Super Saiyan transformation and his Blue transformation, I'll have absolutely no problem.
Oh,
with that.
or that. But his Super Saiyan transformation was a lot better than that. Any other thing? I guess and then Broly just being a test dummy for Gogeta to show off what he could do.
I mean, in the
I was probably
moment,
that's my biggest complaint. Cause just like yo, yeah, cause in the moment you're like yo, Gogeta's really going off, bro. Look at this move, bro. Look at this, what is that? But and then when I sat down and thought about it, I was just like, dang, I didn't get to see Broly do anything after that. Like he literally did nothing.
I mean,
He just got stomped. I wish I got to see Gogeta try.
fusions
That's
never
my
have
biggest.
to
That's
try.
my biggest complaint.
Fusions never really have
I
to
know,
try.
and I want to know if like would people have a problem if it wasn't like that. I mean, I think it would
I mean,
increase it.
I,
But do you think it would change the show? You would
like the
if you
would I like the movie more if they changed it so where Gogeta actually have to try?
now yeah, like how would you feel if like Broly like the same Goku was still doing his moves and stuff except Broly was like he was doing stuff like he was putting in work against Gogeta too. Not like I'm not saying Gogeta's about to lose, but like Gogeta's like actually trying.
Okay. Me, I feel like Broly did enough.
They're roasting me for playing Roblox.
I feel like Broly did enough in the fights prior to Gogeta. Goku, I mean, this man. Just
Yeah, I
slammed
could see
Goku.
that's why they probably did that.
So that's
He
why
really-
I don't have a problem with it because I feel like Broly did so much in the fights against everybody else against Vegeta and Goku that I think I justify Gogeta destroying Broly. I know Marcel hates it because he's a Broly fan, but I think it's justified just because of how much he did prior to the Gogeta fight. That's just me at least.
Okay, now talk about my show.
It's gonna be hard for
My
me to
movie.
make problems.
The part I did not like the most was what did I not like? I mean, you could say like, yo, well, they could have died multiple times.
Yeah, I feel like their
they-
plot armor is insane. These kids have survived like 10 different,
Yeah, bro. They
Death
technically
opportunities.
should have died.
but plot armor.
They had okay. Other than that, what else would I have to say? I didn't like. I have to think about it, and that's ultimately why. It's just like I have to actually think about it. I'm not being biased. Or yo guys, if you guys did not watch the Broly movie, oh you guys seen the Broly. If you did not watch the My Hero movie, I'm talking about that. So get the heck out of here.
Okay.
But what was I thinking? Because they're in the chat right now. I don't know if Obed and them saw it or Lawrence.
Send them the link.
Stop moving in Roblox and think about it. Yeah, the movie's online, guys. Look it up on AnimeFlix on the sub. The sub version. What did I not like? I mean, I feel like they kind of butchered the ending. I feel like they All Might saying like, oh, he was unconscious while the transferring was happening, so it didn't work. Oh, never mind. That's not why it was. Like, why even say that? Like, if you didn't even know for like, come on, like, you're just confusing people. Because then I see a lot of people they didn't like the fact that it doesn't make sense how that happened. And yeah, it doesn't make sense. But I feel like if they're making a non-canon movie, there better be stuff that doesn't make sense, right? That's why I want to see something that doesn't make sense. That's the point of it being non-canon.
That's a weird.
Like, look at Wrath of the
weird
Dragon.
argument.
How did Goku make the dragon? That's my point. Because if it was canon, right? If it was canon, I'd say I would be mad. Not because he almost lost his quirk, but it's the fact that it's just like, bro, that didn't make sense. Like, you were going really hard. Okay, but now you kind of like, yeah, what was that? What the heck was that ending? Right? But now that it's not canon, it's like, okay, that didn't make sense, but it's like, we don't have to think about it too hard, right? Like, we don't have to break our necks to analyze it, because it doesn't matter. They just made it for our enjoyment. And it's just, just something for the fans to see out there, and it was cool. We don't have to sit there and make 20-minute YouTube videos, which I'm sure there are.
There definitely
YouTubers
are.
out there that are analyzing, how Bakugou got the one for all, and why the transfer didn't work. Like, bro, I hate that kind of YouTube stuff because, bro, it's not something to think about, and they're gonna give their own reason to why, and then there is no reason because it's just a non-canon thing. And it was just something just to be like, yo, that was cool. But they didn't want to keep it to Bakugo because it's like, okay, they're not following that path of the movie. We're not following anything happening after that because it's not real. And we're going back to what the show was going for. So that's why I feel like it's better to be non-canon. And I would have been tight though. I would have been tight if Midoriya lost a quirk, even if it was non-canon, and he just lost a quirk straight up. I would have been freaking.
I mean, that would have been more.
They really got
for
me. They
if he lost
really
his
got
quirk.
me when he was like, "This is my last smash," and Bakugo telling him that, bro, you know, your dream is done for, bro. Like, that's it. You're done. After this, you're done. That really got me. My last smash, and then the flame disappear. So yeah, that's ultimately why I couldn't come up with that many things I did not like about this movie. And to think about it, when it comes to movies that are like non-canon, when it comes to anime, it's like, bro, I'll rather take the non-canon movie than a canon one any day. I'd love to see more non-canon Dragon Ball films because now we would get to see more wild stuff. Like, who knows? Like, they get to do. I like this director's approach for what he did with the My Hero movie. If we get I would want him to do one for Dragon Ball because who knows? They'd be like, okay, I'm knowing that I'm a little too wild for this, right? But it'd be like, I'd be like, I mean, I'm trying to think of some stupid, crazy.
Paint
Like
Boy
they
fighting
fuse, and then
Todoroki.
like if it was not canon, Goku would have won UI. Vegeta would have won Evolution, and they would have been fighting, or to be even more stupid, they would have fused and won MUI Gogeta, and then it wouldn't have to make sense because it's not canon. We don't have to break our necks and make 40-minute YouTube videos trying to figure out why that happened because it was just a fun. It was just like, you know, the fans would love to see MUI Gogeta, so let's just make it. You know, we're gonna make money off of it. Let's do it. That's my ultimate point.
So your ultimate point is that you prefer non-canon movies so they can do wacky stuff and you can enjoy the movie a lot more.
In the My Hero movies making me realize that because all the time people, you know, you talk about Dragon Ball movies, it's like, oh, cooler, yeah, it was cool, but it's not canon. It's not canon. Or Wrath of the Dragon, oh, Dragon Fist, that's not even a canon move, bro. No one hear no one ask, oh, how did he do Dragon Fist? You're not supposed to learn how to figure out how he did Dragon Fist. And I bet if I looked up a YouTube video, there'd be a video telling me longer than 15 minutes talking about all about just Goku's Dragon Fist. When there's literally nothing to talk about. It's literally just something they made on the spot. Because it's a non-canon movie. And they can do what they want.
I mean, for canon
That's
movies,
why, like, for canon, yeah. So if they said Broly movie was canon, and Gogeta went like MUI or something non-spot, it's just like, bro, what's going on? Like,
okay, for canon movies, I just feel like it's more plot significant. Like if it actually happened,
yeah, that's the thing that they have over it.
If it actually happened in the show, I can actually know. I know that this actually happened. In the My Hero movie, take out the movie completely. My Hero just keeps going. That's me. That's like why I do not like the Future Trunks arc.
In Lawrence, or yeah.
Like the Future Trunks arc, I hate
you
that
take it
arc.
out,
Because if you take it out, nothing happens. Nothing changes. You can just keep it. Just Goku and get a little bit stronger. Just nerf Jiren, bam.
But yeah,
I still have no problem with that.
My Hero movie's not gonna have that impact because it is non-canon. So you take it out, nothing happens. But yeah, you did. But again, right now I feel like so far, if Super does not continue, then the Broly movie doesn't contribute to anything either, right?
I mean,
And
it
if they
just shows
don't
the
show
pinnacle
Broly
of the
for a long time,
power.
then it's just like, bro, then they didn't like that was stupid. And if they do something stupid again, like redo the Broly movie, bro, like, then like what the movie do?
I mean, you're just making assumptions. You can't really make assumptions yet. You can't predict the future. So,
yeah, overall, I love both of these movies. My favorite anime movies of all time. And sadly to say, this might be the last. Would this be the last Dragon Ball movie? I don't know what Dragon Ball's up to.
I have no idea.
This could very much be the last Dragon Ball Super content we get animated.
I doubt it. just
Not
'cause
likely.
Super
We
makes a lot of
could
money.
get another show, but it does. But why are they stalling so long, bro? It's been 2 years since MUI, right? It's been 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
I remember seeing that for the first time. I can't believe it's been 2 years now. It's just hurry up. And Super was, and the movie was a Broly movie was a huge success.
Yeah.
We got the money, and we better not see animation problems this time. Come on.
Okay.
And do not start out with the Broly movie. Come on, like
Hey, please don't do
not
that.
do
Please
that.
don't do that. Please don't do that. Super was
Because
a
then
flop.
that's gonna waste like 30, 25 episodes of just stalling, and then it's just like, bro, we want to see new stuff. Start out with Moro, please, or just do. You know what? I don't want a Dragon Ball show. I know we're crazy off topic, but I think we finished the movie debate, right? I love both movies. My Hero, I give like 9.5. Dragon Ball, I give like 9.5. I love both of them. I just like the My Hero movie more. But so since we got that out of the way, I think I don't. If I was to pick, I don't want Dragon Ball. I don't want another show. I'm done.
Or someone will say,
I don't want another show.
make some more movies because the movies are actually fun to watch.
Make movies. Like literally just make write the manga and then do movies off the manga because this is ridiculous. The show like Super contributed nothing. That show was never talked about. People always people talk about Shippuden more than they talk about Super. Super is not something you can say that you're hype about. Like you can't be taken seriously when talking about Super. Just because Dragon Ball's been turned into a franchise that is just to make money. It's literally just to make money, and they make money, which is why Super was the entire time. They don't have to try, and they'll get mad cash because it's Dragon Ball. So I'm saying just keep making movies because you're making the animation nice, and we get to see fights at least. Just turn Moro into a movie, so we don't have to watch it dragged out for 50 episodes, and then have possibly bad animation and possibly
I don't want to talk about super
holes,
animation. I don't want to talk about super animation.
plot holes and stuff, and them just messing up stuff. So just, I mean, that's my point. Would you want to see them do a show when I put it like that? Would you want to see them do a show, or
Okay.
would you rather just them do Moro as a movie? Because
Okay.
at least we're guaranteed good animation.
Yeah. Okay. The thing with the show is like they need to take their time. I know they rushed super heavy. I know that for a fact.
Even though they had 20 years.
Yeah, they
I
had
know
20
they decided
years.
last minute. Okay, let's push a show, but like, come on.
They need to take
And then
their time.
then they started out with redoing the movies, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I
Who
guess.
does that?
I mean, they said the movies were canon back then, right? They said the movies were canon.
Yes, they were canon, but even though they were kind of changed just minorly in the show, but it's just like, what was the point? Such a waste of time.
You turned it into super rant. Okay. I mean, all right.
But yeah, what would you want to see them do?
Okay. In order for them to do a show, they need to really take their time. If they really want to entertain the fans and make us happy, take their time with the show. You don't have to make the animation like Broly movie animation or Takahashi animation.
No, of course
you
not.
can make it
course
good.
not.
Just don't make it
But
as
we
bad as the
expect
Future
it
Songs
when you
are.
bring Vegito Blue out. I expect to see some good animation and a good fight. Like,
Okay.
what?
Vegito is my second favorite character, and I hate what they did with him. I hate it so much. They brought him out for 2 minutes. Animation was okay. Wasn't that good. Wasn't My Hero Midoriya and Bakugo versus.
There was only
9.
one frame that I liked, and it was the punch frame when
The
they
punch
flash
frame.
punches. That was the only frame. Like, come on.
Turns to Dragon Ball Super Rant. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's end this. You know how long we've been doing this for? We've been
Like
recording for
half an hour?
45 minutes.
45 minutes? Okay. So, overall, I felt. Okay. I love the My Hero movie. I would watch it like 10 times over. I feel like I felt way more hype watching the Broly movie. I guess it's because I watched it at home and subbed. I know you're supposed to watch it.
Yeah,
subbed.
Christian watched it on his phone sub. I think he likes dub more. I watched it
You watched
at
it
the
in
theater
theaters.
and dub. So
So maybe that's like a little factors in a little bit, but me, I felt way more hype watching this Super Broly movie because I was anticipating this movie. I was waiting. I was so hype on that bus ride. I cannot. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh my, expected. So I just feel like it fulfilled my hype for good Dragon
you really
Ball.
went and
Like,
watched it in
was-
Times Square too. That was such a hype
Because
day.
we haven't had something good Dragon Ball aside from the MUI Vegeta fight, which Marcel didn't think was all that. I think it was very good, but Marcel didn't think it was like incredible.
No, Goku and Frieza moment was a lot better than for the MUI.
So overall, I should say I love both movies. They're both like a 9.5 out of 10 with minor issues. We already started our issues. I could barely think of My Hero issues. But personally, I love the Broly movie like slightly better. The My Hero movie is still incredible though. Marcel, you can
That's
say
the only
your
sad
points.
part. Sadly, the creator said, from what I've read, he didn't even want to make this movie, and he doesn't plan on making another movie. So we might, and if they were to make another movie, both have been non-canon already. So if they would make another one, it'd be non-canon again, most likely, and I'd love that. I don't know how they could top what they just did, but if I mean, I would love another movie, even if it was non-canon. So just, I don't. But here's the worst part, though. It kind of like that was what I was. I wasn't. Okay, I'm not gonna say that was what I was expecting from the overall fight, but that's what I was expecting from the overall fight.
I mean,
I know
I like
the
overall
show.
fight. I just don't like overhaul. He's not really. I mean, some people love him. I don't think he's all
The
that. He's just
show,
cool.
and it's the show to me is not gonna top that moment in the movie. Like you saw what they did in the show, Christian.
Okay.
Like I mean,
I see what
in
you're
the
talking
movie,
about.
do you think anything in season 5 will top that hype?
I feel
don't
like
think so.
it's possible, but they have to go all. Oh, they have to literally.
They'd have to do something crazy,
Something
for
crazy.
me to top that.
Like I
I'd
feel
like
like
to
it's
see
possible, but it's just not gonna be
big.
easy. That's not easy. They outdo themselves for that.
So they spoiled me. They spoiled me.
Now every time he sees a
Um,
Midoriya versus the main villain, he's like, oh, that's it. The movie
Yeah,
was
because I'd be
better.
like, but when he was fighting nines,
Nine.
Okay, but hey, since we saw that quirk thing with Midoriya, who knows, Christian? Season 5 could be insane. 'Cause
Insane.
you already
I
saw
hope it is
what he
insane.
said about him.
I hope it is insane. We both love these shows incredibly, so it's not like we have any hit animosity towards either show. We both love these shows.
Oh no way. Yeah, definitely not. I mean,
So
so
it's just-
super. We have some animosity.
Super is different. Super is different. They better not do no My Hero Go like Teen Titans. They better not do that.
My hero go. Hey, no, Christian. I know that it would be bad for the show, but I don't freaking
You wanna
care if
see-
it's
you-
trash. Make
you
a My
wanna
Hero
see Midoriya
Shippuden. Make
as
a
an adult.
Boruto.
You
Make
want
a
to see
Shippuden
My
adult.
Hero
I
as
don't
an
care.
adult?
I don't care. Make it. I don't care if it's trash. Please. As long as he doesn't look stupid, they don't give him a Gaara cut. I'm
Please
fine.
don't do that.
I don't care.
Don't. Okay, if they're gonna do that, don't do what they did to Gaara and Naruto. They made him look horrible.
But I'm saying, like, guaranteed, if they were to do like a Boruto for My Hero, it wouldn't do good. I just don't see how it would be able to. It wouldn't do good. But would I want to see it? Yes, make it anyway. I don't care if it's trash. I don't care. I'm done. We gotta end this, Christian. We're going on for
Alright,
like 50 minutes. We gotta get out of here.
All right.
Gotta drink some water.
That's. I personally love the Broly movie. Marcel loves the My Hero movie. Well, more. So, that's our points. If you have not watched the My Hero movie, I highly recommend it. If you haven't watched the Broly movie, I
If you
highly
have not
recommend
watched the movie and you got all the way to the end,
So
I need you
put
to
the link-
reevaluate your life.
it. You better put the link
Unless you-
somewhere. Put the
Unless you
link
really-
to
just
the video
it's
to the movie
probably
somewhere.
won't even be out by the time you look. Just literally look up the movie on Anime Flix or it's on Kiss Anime also.
It's gonna be
we're
subbed.
telling
So
people
if
to
you're
watch it
if you're a
illegally.
dub guy, then deal with it.
You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. There's no way they got this far and did not already see the movie. They've probably been watched it. Right? We just said the whole plot.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
just saying
ending this.
if
I
you
gotta
have
get
not.
barred.
So yeah, let's go. Bye guys.
Yep.
All right.